Hey there, welcome to day 168 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we are talking about assumptions, criticisms, judgments, and jumping to conclusions with respect to our relationship growth. We're focusing on relationship growth this entire month as part of this year's challenge to do one thing every day to grow. So we're going to do something interesting today. You can, if you want more information, if you don't know what these things are or how they feel for you, you can go ahead and read Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. We've got Dean's story there on how these things impacted his relationships throughout his life to set an example to see how it's impacted other people. Because today our action item is to think about how do these things impact how we feel in our relationships and how much are we actually doing these things. I would say the vast majority of the times we're doing any one of these things, we are not treating people the way we want to be treated, because I don't know about you, but I seldom like to be judged for my actions, my behaviors, my thoughts, and my beliefs, etc. I seldom like to be criticized. I mean, I like constructive feedback. I totally appreciate good constructive feedback, but I don't want people just trashing me for things that are outside of my control, things that I didn't do. Jumping to conclusions are super annoying because it means somebody has made an assumption, decided that they were right without ever asking, and they've jumped to a conclusion. And it's usually not, when we jump to conclusions, they're usually not positive conclusions unless we train our mind to look for the positive and to look for positive things and jump to those conclusions and assumptions. But let's face it, we live in a negative world. So the vast majority of these things come out as negative and making us feel bad. So today, all I'm doing for my action item, and I encourage you to do the same, is I wrote, can't see my writing, different types of relationships in the left-hand column. And in the right-hand column, I just put C for criticism, J for judgments, a little arrow up for jumping to conclusions, and then assumptions. And I'm going to, as I go about my day, I can't control anyone else's behavior, right? But I can control my own. So I'm going to pay attention to the times I am using these tools or these behaviors. When am I criticizing? When am I judging? And we're pretty much judging things all the time. So that's a little bit more difficult one. But am I judging things harshly? Am I judging things fairly? Am I judging things just based on my past experiences and my assumptions? And is that right? And just do this exercise today. It's just about becoming more aware of how we behave and how we show up every day. And then share one lesson learned or one realization or aha moment that you have from doing this today. I guarantee if you do this today, you will notice and catch yourself using some of these behaviors and doing some of these things. I know I do it, and I try very hard not to be that way. Yet it's pretty much human nature. You know, I judge other people's comments. I judge myself. I judge how I make my videos. I judge everything. And we do that to discern and learn and grow. But we want to do it from a place of love and continuous improvement, not from a place of beating ourselves or anybody else up. So love to know what you think about this topic and the impact it has on your relationships. I guarantee it, being judgmental, being critical, jumping to conclusions, and assuming things ever without asking and communicating leads us down a path that we don't necessarily want to go down. So do this exercise today. Become more self-aware. If we don't do anything else this year, we should become more self-aware, because that's one of the best ways to grow. Because when we notice something about ourselves, we're like in a position to take action on it, to decide if we want to keep doing it, if we want to modify what we're doing, or if we want to absolutely positively stop doing it immediately. Bad habits. I think of when I notice I'm doing a bad habit, I want to stop that pretty much immediately. If I notice I'm just thinking a certain way or hanging around with the wrong type of people and feeling more negative and more down, I want to change that behavior pretty rapidly, right? All right, that's all I've got today. Any questions? pajamagrandma@gmail.com is my Voxer handle. Can't see very well right now, so I prefer people walkie-talkie talking to me than texting me or emailing. But you can always leave comments on the videos, etc. But if you've got a question, please, please, please ask it, because I guarantee if you have a question about something, you are not the only one. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.